before I start, let me say it's Peter Obi is coming. You know, one of the strategies this administration is going to use is propaganda and lies. More propaganda. Already, they have been thriving on propaganda, but it's not yielding results. So they're going to use more propaganda.
It is a group of internally displaced politicians.
More sentiments and propaganda. But it's not about the propagandas you push. And it's so unfortunate that they are not even noticing that it's not yielding results. It's counterproductive.
Why I use the word internally displaced politicians is that what is bringing them together has nothing to do with the aspirations of the Nigerian people. It has more to do with their feelings of how either they were treated or how they were not able to get what they wanted, which was the basis for them coming together. For example, in the 2015 coalition, you will not find a case scenario like that of Erufai, where somebody is leaving a political party and is saying that I brought evil and I want to take out evil. You will not also find an element like that of Peter Obi, who has scammed the obedient movement, because what we're hearing is that they say they have been scammed. The contract that brought the Peter Obi and the obedient movement under the umbrella of Labour Party was that Peter Obi was going to be the flag bearer of the party. They had a clear vision that Peter Obi would be president. Right now in the coalition, Peter Obi has conceded, has given away his ambition to be the president. So it is a case of 419 from that angle. From the angle of my former principal, Atiku Abubakar, he's leaving a party where a lot of people will tell you they have not seen him display the leadership to fight through until he conquers the challenge. And so people will feel, if you run away from a political party when you could have easily stayed and solved the problem, when the Nigerian problem is more than just a political party, what evidence do we have that if tomorrow Nigeria develops a problem, you will run away? So if you look at Amechi, for example, you will know that when Amechi lost the primaries, Amechi never proceeded to support Ashwagi towards the election.
No matter what you say, the yardstick would be what's on ground. You cannot tell the people their experiences. You cannot force it down their throat that your government is working. And like Obi said, 2 years is enough to show direction, to make positive impact, because in 2 years we have had massive destruction of our democracy, of our laws, of everything. If there is nothing we will commit to, if there is nothing that is very important, it is to restore our country, our polity to the right direction. Throw it in the right direction. If you don't have eyes, we are seeing that what we have now is not what we should sustain. The kind of governance we have now is not what we should sustain. The atmosphere in the country is tensed owing to the type of leadership we have. More Nigerians have gone down the grave owing to the leadership we have. The country is on its knees, bleeding and crying, owing to the leadership we have. Everything boils down to leadership. So this administration, in attacking the coalition, will use sentiments, more propaganda. But it will always be counterproductive. And in all the years of Bayo Ononuga's endeavors, he ended up being a mouthpiece of national destruction, divisiveness. And that's the legacy he's living with. And with all Boala's grammar, all Boala's experience, the virus has also caught up with him. So while Ononuga is in the villa, churning out his attacks, Boala is in the field, trying to repackage an irredeemable brand. And he has done it attacking everything he held dear. Everything, every opinion, every value he once sustained. And you ask me how these people will live with themselves when all this is over. So the ruling party, I'm no longer calling it the ruling party, because everybody in APC is not supporting what's going on. It's obvious. It's obvious that a lot is happening in that camp in disagreement with what is going on. So for the people who are still in Mr. President's cabinet, the people who are still working with him, I think that those are the only ones who are still grandstanding and pushing this thing down our throats that all is well. So for those of them in Tinubu's cabinet who are looking at the coalition as their greatest rival, they are in panic mode, even though they are pretending. Their strategy will be to attack every useful effort through negative narratives, attacking the personalities of the people in the coalition. No doubt, they may have had one issue or the other. But like Obi said, we need the contribution of everyone, the experiences of those who have failed and the experiences of those who may not have also failed, to move our country forward. So if they feel that these people have done things that warrant government attention, they know what to do. Prosecute them the right way. And not having accommodated them in your camp, use them for your purposes. Now because they are no longer serving your purpose, you keep throwing tantrums. Nigerians are not deterred by whichever medium these desperate people in power are using to discredit honest efforts. They unleash rival groups like we see already, that they are brandishing people who want to replicate an obedient movement without the person of Obi. Is that possible? They want to replicate an obedient movement without the person of Obi. You know?
That coalition, for me, is not authentic. The motive behind the coalition.
Peter Obi, the symbol of the obedient movement, he is there.
We created.
And you are saying
there's something I want to correct. Peter Obi didn't form the obedient movement. We formed, drove, funded, galvanized, and bequeathed it to him.
But
because we promoted and projected into the limelight. So he is the symbol. But the architect that actually drew up the whole of that plan, we were the one, Nigerians who were not comfortable with the trend of things, who dared to challenge the status quo.
Who are the women?
The ordinary people. The ordinary people, Rufai, the ordinary people, the youth, the women, even the old people. Nigerians came out in their drove to galvanize that movement. Okay. Obi was still in the PDP when we started calling out for him to come and take his place.
So what were you called then?
Pardon?
What was your name then?
We were different groups. You have POSN, you have Take Back Nigeria.
But you agree that you became obedient because of Peter Obi?
Let me tell you how that name came about.
We don't have a lot of time.
That's fine.
So you can add that to my question. So my actual question is, because you're saying the coalition is not authentic and that you are a group that doesn't need to follow Peter Obi if you don't have to, are you saying you're prepared to galvanize another person to create another Peter Obi in the next election if Peter Obi?
We are not creating another Peter Obi.
You're creating another Peter Obi?
We are not creating another Peter Obi. Let me tell you one of the E's of that movement now. It has translated itself from a democratic platform to a fanatical movement.
They take youth organizations to attack the obedient movement. When we say we need, this is what they use NANS for. This is what they use NANS for. National Association of Nigerian Students. Hijack them, use their youthful strength for working against the country. They also want to turn the coalition to an elitic kind of group by calling it the Atiku-led coalition. Well, they have said that the reason they call it Atiku-led coalition is that Atiku has been the person among the coalition that has held the highest office in the land. But the coalition is saying, we don't have names for this coalition that is attached to anyone. Everybody came with equal rights and opportunities. It's left for them to make good their words in the coming days. But it has never been this heated in our politics. We Nigerians are standing by to see the action of the political class to take their decision. Nigerians are rallying behind one man, Peter Obi. And what will happen in the coming days will be a function of how this coalition carry out their operations. Meanwhile, we are hopeful. And we will keep standing behind Peter Obi. Left for us, we will still support him anywhere. And we believe that Peter Obi can win election without any coalition, without APC, in any smaller party he finds himself. Nigerians will make it happen. And I think that where we should be putting efforts is in INEC and the electoral reforms. I will always say, and tell the young population of Nigeria that Nigeria needs you in whichever way you can contribute, especially in tech, because that is what they use against us.